Aloha, this is Jason Chiquino with The Maui Life, and I wanted to talk about what happened at the county council meeting this week and a couple of other things, but one of them being the county council meeting. So Bill 9 was voted on, and it passed on the first reading. What that means is that we're going to have a second reading, and then we'll see what happens. Most likely it's going to pass in one form or another, and kind of had a feeling this would happen. So what I'd like to talk about, though, is something that happened at the Bill 9 meeting. And this one's, it sucks because the lobbyist group, Lahaina Strong, decided that they were going to play bingo at our county council meeting. And I've heard them say, oh, we don't bully, we're not this, we're not that. That is bullying, though. You're bullying the people that this affects, not just people that don't live here, but people that live here too. You're not taking what they're saying seriously, and you're being a bully. So here's the they handed out to everybody. So I got a picture of one, and it's the Bill 9 bingo. Couple things on there that they're it's tough and it hurts because it's one more division in our community by doing something like this and being as this is, you already knew you were going to win, right? But then this is just pettiness at this point then. Like, what was the point of handing out a bingo card for no reason? If the other side did it, you'd be pissed. You would call people all kinds of stuff. You even call out council people that support you, being Paulton. Council member Paulton will get up and stretch was a bingo thing. I don't find this funny. You guys might have found it hilarious when you wrote it, but it's not funny. And honestly, the county council should have removed you from there because you don't do this in a public forum. That was one. Another one that's on there is talks about how much we need tourism. We do. We need tourism. I've heard two mayors in a row say that we need to get away from tourism without a plan. We don't have a plan to get rid of tourism. So therefore, we need tourism until somebody comes up with a plan to get rid of tourism. Financially, at least, right? We need money coming in to pay for things like firemen, policemen, school teachers. All of that stuff needs to be paid for. That comes from the county budget. If you don't have money coming in, you can't pay our bills as a county. And I know what people are going to say. I have a solution to come up with that money. And your solution is going to be raise taxes on the people that don't live here. We've done that already. That's already in that budget. They pay a lot of money for taxes every year. You can raise them, but you can't keep raising them to... Eventually, there's a top out, and I think we're there on that. It's already very, very high. So if we can't raise those taxes, where do you think the money's going to come from? Me, you, my neighbors. That they're going to raise our property taxes. Our property taxes are going to go up. In one of the most expensive states in the U.S., they're going to raise our taxes to make up for the budget that we're going to lose because of tourism dollars. It's pretty simple. General excise tax will go up too. So our 4.17% probably be closer to California at 10. So, I mean, money has to come from somewhere. Next is, they mention, testifies on behalf of anonymous housekeeper or maintenance worker. I know what they're implying. They're implying they don't exist. That's what they're trying to say. That's not what it is. The anonymous is people are scared because of the bullying and the pettiness. People are scared of that. They don't want to feel that way. There's people on this island that are against Bill 9, but they're treated like absolute crap when we push against it. And that's sad because we're supposed to be a community. And as a community, the people that we should be holding accountable on all this affordable housing is our county. Our county, we as a group should come together and hold the county accountable for allowing more hotels to be built. Let's just talk about the last 10 years. I think it's 4 or 5 hotels were built or expanded. but you're going to take away the rights from these other people to help these people, as in the hotels. Let's hold our county accountable for not getting this stuff done and allowing hotels to be built, allowing all this stuff to happen, because they allowed it. But we weren't to build affordable homes. They weren't building affordable homes. Then so that's it on the bingo card. I want to talk a little bit about the funding of Lahaina Strong. And this is not, I don't think anybody's really talked about this much, but the lobbyist group known as Lahaina Strong was funded by donations to help the fire victims. I know that my significant other and myself gave money to Lahaina Strong thinking that it was going to go to the Lahaina fire victims. Nobody knew that X amount of months, 6 or 7 or 8 months after the fire, they were going to put a lobbyist group together and fight all the people who gave them money, because the majority of the money the money came from people that live here, people that visit here, people that own here but don't live here, people that own here and live here. So like a lot of people gave money to Lahaina Strong, and they took all that, the millions of dollars, and instead of doing what we thought they were going to do with it, and that's helping out the individuals, fire victims, to be able to get them stable food, clothes, housing, all that stuff, they took it and turned it into a lobbyist group to fight short-term rentals, to stage a beach sit-in for months to force Mayor Bisson to get rid of short-term rentals. I'm sorry, I don't understand why that money wasn't given to the fire victims. And that one hurts me a lot. When I drive to Lahaina, right before the bridge on the right-hand side, there's pictures of all the fire victims. I'm getting chills, right? I know one of them personally. And it's very hard to see. And I know he'd be very disappointed on what's going on with this community. It is a sad sight to see this community fall apart with the division that's been caused by our mayor and Lahaina Strong. And I commend Lahaina Strong. You guys did a damn good job on convincing everybody that they should, or certain groups, that Bill 9 should be passed. But there's some things that weren't discussed with this whole thing, and Paulton Fernandez actually brought this up 8 years ago, so it's not a new thing going after Bill 9. Or they just reworded it so it's different. But it still comes to keeping our leaders accountable. And I'm including the leaders of Lahaina Strong. You guys should be held accountable as well. And I'm saying both sides should be held accountable, because there was hatred thrown both ways. It's not a one-sided thing. It's a very emotional thing. We had Lahaina burn, and we lost a lot of friends and family. My little brother also ran for his life. So I have personal experience in this. I do. I wasn't in the fire, but I have a ton of friends and people that I know that were. I've heard the stories. I've seen how heavy the winds were that day. Like really windy, where it would be difficult to ride a bike in. Just windy. And I think that we need to pull our community together. And we need to get rid of the lies and the misrepresentation of what is actually going on. And I'm going to give one example on that. It's on the bingo card. And that is, according to the bingo card, somebody was going to say these were always meant to be vacation rentals. Lahaina Strong's point of view is that they were always supposed to be affordable homes. And that's not true. They're talking about zoning, which is apartment zone versus hotel zone versus residential zone. But if you look at the approved documents that were submitted to the county back in the 70s and 80s, they were given variances on the properties and allowed to use them as vacation rentals. At that time, they allowed it. Under the apartment zone rules, the county would give them a variance to allow that to happen. Mayor Bisson recently mentioned, well, why didn't all these people go back and rezone to hotel zone? I'm going to call him mayor, and I'm going to say, Judge Bisson, you know better than that would have clogged up our system here. You've been a judge for how long, and then now you're in the county. You know how clogged up our system is here, and it would have just clogged up the system by having these people spend more money, more community time, more county time to convert these. That's why we have the Minatoya, so that wouldn't need to happen. Another big argument I hear all the time is, I don't want vacation rentals in my neighborhoods. Most of them are not. So if we have units that are in your neighborhood, or they were always meant to be long term, then let's pull those out of the 7,000. But if say that's 1,000, then pull 1,000 out. I have no issues with that if that's how they were originally designed for, but they weren't. And the bullying, I need to go back to the bullying for a second, because I do remember a Lahaina Strong thing about they were going around taking videos of condo complexes and making fun of there being carts there, or it's frustrating. That's what this is. It's just it's frustrating. And so this is what I'd like to do. I would love to sit down in having a moderator, neutral location, and have an open discussion with the leaders of Lahaina Strong to see if we can repair our community and see how we can keep our county in general accountable for the things they've done in the past that led us up to this situation. And see if we can come up with something, because Lahaina Strong, you guys did a lot of great things, but one big mistake you made is you didn't pull us in. You did not pull in the real estate agents who you think that we are the evil people on this island, but we actually know a lot about how to get things done on this island to help our community out. If you look at some of our members, we have members that have put huge amount of money, raised tons of money to help out the Maui Food Bank. We've had people pull huge amount of money to help out the backpacks for kids. We do a lot of good for this community because we love this community. And I wish we could all come together, and that's why I'm asking for this. Let's all come together. Because I bet you that we have some good ideas. You guys have some good ideas. We come together and we probably actually be able to fix this issue without hurting, and I'm going to use the bingo card term once again, our economy. That's it. Let's do it. And what we're going to do is you get to pick one thing and I get to pick one thing. You either get to pick the moderator or the place we do it, neutral location. You pick one and I'll pick one. And that's it. Let's sit down. Let's get this done. Let's talk about this. Let's try to fix some of the stuff that both sides have caused. Let's be honest. Both sides have caused issues. So let's fix it. My name is Jason Chiquino with the Maui Life. You can reach me at Maui Life Team on Instagram. Please reach out. Let's have this discussion. Let's start fixing stuff. Let's pull the community back together. And let's hold our county accountable for misuse of money, misuse of resources, and not getting off their asses to fix this affordable property crisis that we've had going on for over 10 to 15 years. Can we do that? Aloha.